Greetings, I'm the Old Growler, and this is Beer Tasting with the Old Growler. Now, let's get started with the tasting. Well, let's take a look at what we've got here. Grand Teton Brewing Company. Now, first of all, these beers are, this type of beer, as you can see, 2014, is brewed, they're one-offs, essentially. So we're gonna have to take a look at the bottle itself. As you can see, it's kind of a rustic-looking thing, very almost like the cave paintings, very strange characters on here. But the Grand Teton Brewing Company, we've got that down. Sheep Eater Scotch Ale. Scotch Ale, though, I do understand what a Scotch Ale is, and that usually is, sometimes it could be described as a wee heavy. Well, that would be, that's a little heavier in alcohol, but it's a dark beer, amber colored, and rather high in alcohol, and very sweet, not too bitter. All right, that's what the definition of what I understand Scotch Ale to be. And it tells us here it is brewed and bottled by Grand Teton Brewing Company, 430 Old Jackson Highway, Victor, Idaho. And it has the the online address. 1 pint, 9.4 fluid ounces. Alcohol, 7.5% by volume. And it's a cellar reserve. So that's pretty much what would be called a one-off. It says it was bottled, it looks like 6.8 or 6.1. Now, I'm not too sure whether that's the American way of doing it or whether it's the European way of doing it, but it does have 14 on here. And that's about all the information that I have on the bottle. So, Scotch ales are some of the world's most flavorful beers. Scotland's cold, blustery climate lends itself to the growing of barley and oats, but not the production of hops, which are almost always added sparingly. The yeast must work at cooler temperatures than customary for ales, resulting in a malter, cleaner, less fruity or estery beer. The color often comes from black roasted malt, which imparts some dryness, but because of lower attenuation and hopping rates, Scottish ales are always slightly sweet and incredibly drinkable. Ours was brewed with black roasted barley, biscuit, and peat smoked malt. It was gently hopped, fermented cool, and aged cold for weeks for smoothness. It is copper brown in color with some sweet maltiness and plenty of flavor. So that pretty much backs up what I was saying about what I expected a Scotch ale to be. Well, there's also a bit of a note down here from the folks at Beer Advocate. They have review. Oh no, this is from the review, and it says to 214 vintage bump, rough pour into thistle glass yields a nice foamy billowy head. Nutty, peaty aroma, very earthy. Taste brings in malt sweetness and roast grains, slick mouthfeel, and lingering sweetness. So we've been forewarned that that's pretty much what we were looking for. Now, over the last week, we've had an episode when my favorite beer was introduced to my laptop. And we were a little bit worried. So I'm going to maintain social distancing between the beer and the keyboard. There was a nice hiss, pardon me, when we opened it up. Let's take a look. Oh, yes. Well poured. Okay. It certainly meets expectations as far as the color goes. And the head of the beer, the foam, is very, there's very small bubbles. And in the world of beer geeks, we say that it is a very tightly knit head. I'm getting some hop aroma off of that. Off of that. But I'm also getting a kind of a sherry or port wine. Ah, now that is exactly what it said it was going to be. Oh yeah, that meets expectations right down to the wire. And even with the cheat sheet, it's a contemplative beer. It's not something that you would chug down. Did Sheep Eater Scotch Ale from Grand Teton Brewing Company meet expectations? It certainly did. In fact, it exceeded expectations. Here's hoping all of your beers meet expectations.